Hello students, in the last class we have completed the information regarding with the isomerism, and generally we have seen there are two types of isomerism. One is structural isomerism, second one is stereoisomerism. And in structural isomerism, for your syllabus they have given four types. One is chain isomerism, second one is position isomerism, functional group isomerism, and metamerism. Right? So, and stereoisomerism, there is only definition, there is no further explanation regarding with the geometrical isomerism as well as optical isomerism for your syllabus. Right? So I have completed both the parts of structural isomerism as well as stereoisomerism, even with the examples. And further we have also seen the different types of the cleavages or the breaking of bonds. Right? So that is called as a homolytic fission as well as heterolytic fission. And along with that, we have also seen the shifting of bond or the shifting of electron from one bond to another bond, that is pi electrons, or from a bond to an atom, or from an atom to an bond. That also we have completed. And further, the most important part from the organic chemistry, right? So what we discuss in today's class is electron displacement effect in the covalent bond. Right? So the heading I have written here, electron displacement effect in covalent bond. Right? So we can divide this sentence: electron, that is negatively charged, right? And displacement, the movement, effect, right? So which affects due to the displacement, what will be the conclusion due to the movement of that electron within the covalent bond. Already we know that covalent bond means the bond formed by the mutual sharing of electron is generally called as covalent bond, right? So in that covalent bond, so what kind of the movement of electron can bring the different types of conclusions or different types of effects in those covalent bonds can be observed in a different reactions, and even in case of different molecules also, right? So there are different displacement effects. We'll go one by one, right? In that, first one is inductive effect, right? So the inductive effect, so the process of electron shift along the chain of an atoms due to the presence of a polar covalent bond is known as inductive effect. Once again I will read here. So the process of electron shift means so the movement of electron along the chain of the atoms. So if it is a carbon chain, so there will be a movement of electrons due to the presence of polar covalent bond. Since the chain is made up of, the carbon chain is made up of the covalent bond, there will be a movement of electron or the transfer of electron, or you can call it as a shift of electron. So due to that, what happens? So within the covalent bond, there will be a formation of one kind effect. So that kind of effect is defined as inductive effect, or it is also called as a transmission effect. The word itself we can explain. Transmission means movement of electron from one atom to another atom. So generally there are two types of inductive effect. One is called as a minus I effect, another one is called as plus I effect. Generally there are two types of effect. One is called as minus negative that is inductive effect. So or you can call it as plus I effect, means that is positive inductive effect. So here observe here. So in this carbon chain, so I have written the three carbons are in straight chain, further bonded with the molecule or a functional group, that is X. So here the carbon chain is considered as a system, and X is a particular group which is bonded to the carbon chain. So here what happens? So due to the group which is more electronegative than the system when compared to system and group, so this X has an capability to extract the electron from this carbon atom. The X has an capacity to extract the electron from this carbon atom. So therefore what happens? So there will be a movement of electron towards, the more electronegative atom. I have shown this with the help of arrow mark. Observe the arrow mark here. So the movement of electrons that is going from this system towards the group. Therefore, I have given the arrow mark towards the X atom, that is towards the group. So therefore, whenever it extracts the electron, it will get a negative charge, and the atom which donates the electron will get a positive charge, right? So therefore, there is an change in stability. So to stabilize this carbon atom, so the carbon atom which is next to that will transfer the electron, right? So or will transfer the charge. So therefore, it will get an double delta positive charge. It will get an partial double delta positive. And similarly, this carbon atom also gives us a stable nature. To attain the stable nature, so it will also provide the electrons to this. So therefore, this carbon atom acquires a triple delta plus. So therefore, the charge goes like this, right? So therefore, this type of effect which is created, so in a molecule is generally called as a inductive effect. Since there is a negative charge on the group, we will call it as minus I effect, where X is called as minus I affecting group. This is called as minus I affecting group. So if you go for the one more example or second kind of inductive effect, that is called as plus I effect. So again the same molecule I have taken here as carbon chain further bonded with the group, right? So carbon chain is considered as a system. So in this what happens, the electrons are moving from group to system because the group is less electronegative than the system. Observe here, the group is less electronegative from the when compared to that of the system. Therefore the electron move in the reverse direction. So therefore in this condition what happens, electron move from Y to the system, that is group to system. You can observe the arrow mark whatever I have given here. So here this arrow mark represents the transfer, that is transmission or the movement of electron from group towards the system. In first case from system to group, in second case from group to system. Therefore so this group acquires a positive charge and this carbon acquires a negative charge, and the next carbon acquires the double negative charge. So therefore this type of effect is called as a minus I effect, where Y is called as plus I, this is called as plus I effect, and where Y, the group, is generally called as plus I affecting group, right? So we'll do some of the rough work here. So in case of inductive effect, right? So already we know that, so there are two types of inductive effect, right? So first one is called as minus I effect, minus inductive effect, and second one is called as plus I effect, right? So in plus I effect, in case of a minus I effect, what happens? So here in this case, whenever the carbon atom is bonded with a long chain, a carbon atom which is bonded with halogen, so there are two groups. This group is called as a system generally, and this halogen whatever added, this is called as group. So in this case what happens? So due to the X is more electronegative when compared to system, so this is X is more electronegative, right? So this is more electronegative. Therefore the movement of electron from this carbon towards the halogen takes place. So therefore this will get a partial negative charge and these will get the partial positive charge, like this, right? So that is delta plus, which means the value goes on decreases. As we go, value goes on decreases, right? So this is like a wave, right? So if you assume a wave, so in case of water, so initially it starts from center and the wave goes on increases, but the effect is very less at the end. The effect is very less at the end. So the effect is more at the center, right? So where it starts, the effect is more for this carbon atom. So the effect goes on decreases and it nullifies, right? So as you go infinity, if there are continuous carbon chain, at the end it will decrease and there will be zero effect, right? So therefore initially it is having the high effect when compared to that of the waves. So because the extraction of electron, so this carbon atom which is directly attached to the group will get a partial positive charge, and the partial positive charge goes on decreases when compared to the other carbon atoms. And here what happens? So this X is called as a minus I affecting group. That group is called as minus I affecting group, right? So therefore this is an example for the minus I effect. So in case of plus I effect, what happens? The same thing, the carbon atoms which are bonded with any kind of molecule, if you take example of Y or any kind of Z, so here in this case, so Z is considered as a group and this carbon atom is considered as a system. So in this case there is an reverse movement of the electron. Reverse movement of the electron means the electron moving from Z towards the carbon atom. The electron are moving from Z towards the carbon atom because so it is less electronegative, right? So the that is Z atom is less electronegative when compared to that of the carbon chain or the system. So therefore it will get the partial positive charge and this carbon will get the partial negative charge, and effect goes on decreases. So as the number of carbon atom goes on increases. So therefore, so this type of effect is called as minus effect, that is plus I effect, and plus I effect here. So Z is called as a plus I affecting group. It is called as plus I affecting. Observe here, Z is called as plus I affecting group, and here X is called as minus I affecting group, right? So which means, so generally in case of inductive effect, the effect caused by the movement of electrons from, so or the transmission of electron from, so group towards the system or system towards the group. If the electron move from a system towards the group, it is considered as the minus I effect. And in case of plus I effect, what happens? The electron will move from group towards the system, right? So if the electrons are moving from system to group, if the electrons are moving from system to group, it is considered as minus I effect because it is moving towards more electronegative. Observe here, it is moving towards more electronegative. So therefore it is called as minus I effect. So in the word itself says minus I, right? So plus I effect means it is moving towards the more electropositive when compared to this, right? So the more electropositive is carbon atom because Z is less electronegative when compared to that of the carbon. So therefore the movement of the movement of electrons are taking towards the system from the group. So therefore here Z act as an plus affecting group. The same thing I have written here, right? So that is the first important type of effect, which is called as inductive effect. This can be asked for 2 marks for your annual examination. Explain inductive effect with the help of example. So we have to explain this by writing the definition. Next thing, so second type of effect is called a resonance effect. So before resonance effect, we will go with the one of the important definition, that is the resonance. So already in different classes we have seen, which means generally in case of chemical bonding, we have seen the resonance is nothing but the delocalization of electron or the shifting of double bond. Delocalization or the movement of electron, or it is called as shifting of double bond, right? So if you take an example of benzene, so here what happens, the first carbon and second carbon are having the double bond, and third carbon and fourth carbon are having the double bond, and fifth and sixth are having the double bond, right? So there is a movement of electron or the shifting of double bond. This double bond will shift here, right? So this double bond will shift here and this double bond will shift here, right? So therefore, so there is a continuous movement of electrons or shifting of double bond. You'll get one more structure, that is first carbon and sixth carbon will have the double bond, second and third will have double bond, 5 and 6 will have the double bond. Therefore it shows us there are two canonical forms. So which resultant or which gives the resultant structure for the molecule, which means generally we can say double bond can be present here also and it can be present here also due to the continuous delocalization or continuous shifting of double bond. So therefore that is called as a resonance, right? So even if you take the example of a CS3 bonded with NO2, so here what happens, so this NO2 one side bonded with double bond, another side bonded with single bond. So this bond can shift here, this double bond can shift here and it will convert into single bond. Therefore we can write one more canonical form, right? So that is called as a resonance structure, right? I will explain here. So in case of a resonance can be defined as, so the delocalization of electrons, or you can call it as shifting of double bond, right? So the same examples I will give here. So if the benzene consists of alternate single and double bond, it can be written in the form of, due to the movement of the electron, so it will come here, and it will shift here, right? So therefore this can be written as like this, right? So this is the second canonical form. We can write overall by adding, right? So by taking the average of 2, we can show that double bond can be present anywhere. So therefore this is called as resonance hybrid, right? So the structure of benzene, or it is called as a resonance hybrid of the both the two, right? So these two are called as canonical form, first canonical form, second canonical form, right? Similarly in case of molecule, that is CS3 bonded with nitrogen, further bonded with double bonded with oxygen and single bonded with oxygen, right? So here due to the shifting of this double bond can come here, right? So due to the shifting of that double bond, the one more canonical form can be given as, there is CH3, that is N, right? So this is single bonded with oxygen and this is double bonded with oxygen, right? So further we can write the resonance hybrid, that is CH3, so N, so this might be the double bond, dotted line, or this might be the double bond like this, right? So this is called as a resonance hybrid. So that is called as resonance hybrid, right? So like this, the delocalization of electrons or shifting of double bond is generally termed as resonance, right? So with the help of resonance, we can define the resonance effect in case of molecules. Okay, if you observe here in case of resonance effect, so the definition goes like this: the effect is defined as the polarity produced in a molecule by the interaction of two pi bonds, right? So whenever there is a presence of pi bonds, or between the pi bond and a lone pair of electron, which means the interaction is between two pi bonds, or it may be the interaction between one pi bond and a lone pair of electron. Lone pair of electron means which are not involved in the bonding are generally called as lone pair, right? So observe here, the effect can be caused due to the interaction between the two pi bonds, due to the interaction between the two pi bonds or one pi bond as well as one lone pair of electron. Lone pair of electron means the electrons which are not involved in the bonding. So that type of effect is called as a resonance effect. So there are two types of resonance effect. One is called as plus R effect, which is also known as positive resonance effect. Second one is called as minus R effect, that is called as negative resonance effect. The main thing here you have to observe in case of plus R effect and minus R effect is, so in plus R effect what happens, the movement of electron from the substituent towards the benzene ring. The movement of electrons will takes place from substituent towards the benzene ring. So therefore, due to the shifting of this electrons towards this single bond in case of carbon and nitrogen, so observe here carefully. So here the nitrogen is having the lone pair of electron. Whenever this lone pair of electron will shift to this bond, so this single bond will convert into double bond. This single bond will convert into double bond, and there will be an possibility of a positive charge on the nitrogen atom. So further what happens, it is a continuous process. We know that resonance is the continuous delocalization of electron or continuous shifting of double bond. So therefore there is an shifting of this double bond, because so whenever this converts a single bond into double bond, the valency of carbon will becomes pi. So therefore this double bond will shift to the next carbon atom, that will convert into lone pair of electron. The double bond shift on the, that is pi bond. So the double bond is nothing but one is the pi bond. Out of two bonds in case of double bond, one is pi bond. So this pi bond will be converted into lone pair of electron. That only we have explained. The pi bond will be interacted as an lone pair of electron on the another carbon atom. So therefore this carbon atom will get the negative charge. So further what happens, there is another double bond, it will shift on the another carbon atom. So it is a continuous process like this, or it is called as a cyclic process. So therefore what happens, the effect caused due to the movement of electrons or the transfer of electrons from the, so that is substituent towards the benzene ring, substituent towards the benzene ring. So therefore that type of effect is called as a positive resonance effect, or it is also called as plus R effect. And hence here the transfer of electron is away from the substituent group attached to the conjugated system. The same thing I have explained. The movement of electron or the transfer of electron is taking from whatever the substituent which is directly bonded with the benzene ring, so towards the benzene ring, from that group towards the benzene ring. So therefore, so you can observe here, I can show like this, right? So the movement or transfer of electron from, so that atom which is substituent towards the benzene ring, that is called as plus R effect. So it is reverse in case of minus R effect. In minus R effect what happens, the movement of electrons will take from benzene ring towards the substituent. The movement of electron will take place from substituent towards the benzene ring. So therefore what happens, the effect is same, but the movement is in the opposite direction here. So this double bond will donate electrons to this nitrogen. So therefore this nitrogen will get a double bond. This nitrogen will get a double bond, and further what happens, so to stabilize this nitrogen atom, so this nitrogen will shift this double bond on oxygen. This nitrogen will get shifts the electron which is present on present between nitrogen and oxygen towards the oxygen atom. So therefore this oxygen acquires the extra electrons. This oxygen acquires extra electron. Similarly, it is also a cyclic process. The shifting of double bond takes place over the benzene ring. So therefore the effect caused by this is called as minus R effect, or it is also called as negative resonance effect. So we'll do some of the rough work here. So in case of resonance effect, we know that so resonance is called as delocalization of electrons or shifting of double bond. So in case of resonance effect, there are two types of resonance effect. So one is called as plus R effect, right? So one is called as a plus R effect, and second one is called as a minus R effect. One is called as plus R effect, so here, and another one is called as minus R effect. So if you take the example of benzene, so which is bonded with, right? So we'll take the example of benzene here. So here, so benzene is bonded with the NH2 group. which is having the lone pair of electron. NH2 is having the lone pair of electron. Here, the transfer of electrons will take from the substituent towards the benzene ring. Observe here, the transfer of electron, the main thing you have to observe is transfer of electrons from substituent, right? So from the substituent towards the benzene ring, right? So therefore what happens? So continuous, the cyclic, right? So movement of electron, this double bond will come on this carbon atom, and further this double bond will come on this carbon atom, and this double bond will come on this carbon atom. This is a cyclic process. So due to this cyclic effect, so there is a formation of plus R effect, right? So it is reverse in case of minus R effect. The same thing if I explain here. So if the benzene is bonded with NO2, if the benzene is bonded with NO2, here the substituent group is NO2, the movement of electron will take from benzene towards the substituent, benzene towards the substituent, right? So therefore we can explain it as the transfer of electrons from benzene to substituent, benzene ring to substituent. So this is called as minus R effect. Observe carefully here in this case, that is very important, right? So there are two types of resonance effect. One is called as plus R effect because it is a cyclic effect, right? So delocalization of electrons is continuous process. So to stabilize this molecule, and the main thing you have to observe here is, so the plus R effect happens in case of benzene ring whenever it is bonded with NH2 group, and the minus R effect has occurred whenever the benzene ring is bonded with NO2. NH2 is different molecule and NO2 is different molecule. Therefore, so the substituent group which is present on the benzene ring has an ability to change the resonance effect, If it is bonded with NH2, it will form an plus R effect, and if it is bonded with NO2, it will form an minus R effect, right? So there are certain examples in which the minus R effect takes place, or the molecule which is bonded with the benzene ring, so that represents the plus R effect as well as minus R effect. So we'll see some of the examples here. So I think you are cleared with the positive resonance effect and negative resonance effect. If you have doubt, please rewind the video. So here plus R effect is nothing but, the main thing you have to understand is the movement of electrons takes place from substituent towards the benzene ring, right? So the delocalization is a continuous process. Don't worry about the delocalization, it is a continuous process. The main thing is the transfer of electrons from substituents the benzene ring, and in minus R effect, the transfer of electron from benzene ring towards the substituent. And there are different groups which shows the plus R effect as well as minus R effect, right? So when the benzene is bonded with so the halogens, that is X minus or OH or 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 OCOR, NH2, NHR, NR2 and NHCOR. So whenever the benzene is bonded with these substituent, so these influence the benzene ring in such a way that there is a formation of, or there is a chance of the positive resonance effect, or it is called as plus R effect. So if in case of this benzene ring is bonded with the groups like COOH, that is carboxylic acid group, CHO group, carbonyl group, cyano group, or it is a nitro group, that is nitrogen dioxide, NO2 group. So that influences the benzene ring. So therefore the transfer of electron will take from benzene ring towards the substituent. So that gives the minus R effect, right? So whenever the benzene ring is bonded with the COH, CHO, C double bond O, CN and NO2, there is an formation of a minus R effect. And whenever there is an bonding of this benzene ring with the halogens OH, OR, OCOR, NH2, NHR, NR2 and NHCOR, there is a formation of plus R effect, or it is also called as positive resonance effect. Since there is a bond formation between benzene and NH2, the movement of electron takes from this substituent towards the benzene ring, therefore it is a plus R effect. Minus R effect means the benzene is bonded to the NO2 group, the movement of electrons are taking from benzene towards the substituent, so therefore that group, that effect is generally called as negative resonance effect, or it is also called as minus R effect. So after the completion of the inductive effect and resonance effect, there is a one more important third type of effect, that is called as electromeric effect. So electromeric effect is also called as E effect. So here also there are two types of electromeric effect. One is plus E effect, second one is minus E effect. That is called as positive electromeric effect as well as negative electromeric effect. Right? So electromeric effect, we'll see the definition. So in this case, it is defined as the complete transfer of a shared pair of electrons. Observe here, complete transfer of shared pair of electron, that is pi electrons, to the one of the atom joined by the multiple bonds. Which means the electrons are transferred to the multiple bonds and only on the demand of the attacking reagent. If there is only presence of attacking reagent, then only there is a movement of electron. But in case of here in the plus I effect or minus I effect, there was no any kind of so the attacking reagent. Directly there is attachment of the group which is directly attached to the system in both the cases. Therefore the transfer of electron takes place. But here in this case, so one important thing is the attacking reagent. Only in the influence of attacking reagent the electromeric effect takes place. There are two important points here. One is it is a temporary effect, so it is not a permanent effect like the inductive effect. And second one is the organic compounds having the multiple bonds show this effect, right? So here in case of inductive effect, all the atoms are single bonded, right? So there was no any chance of a multiple bond. But in case of electromeric, what happens? So only in the presence of a multiple bond. So here you can observe multiple bond, the effect can be observed, and this is a temporary effect. It is not permanent effect, which is in the form of which we have seen in the form of the inductive effects. So here the positive electron effect can be defined as the effect the pi electrons of multiple bond are transferred to that atom which reagent get attached. This statement is very important, right? So the pi electrons are transferred or the pi bond is transferred to that atom, so to which the reagent get attacked. So if you take the example here, so carbon-carbon double bonded molecule, so that is in the influence of attacking reagent, that is H plus ion. So there is a shifting of this double bond on the carbon atom. So therefore what happens? So this carbon is bonded with hydrogen. Further, this carbon is bonded with the hydrogen, and this carbon, the first carbon, will get an positive charge. So therefore on the influence of attacking reagent, that is H plus, so there is a shifting of this double bond on this carbon atom. So therefore this double bond breaks and it will convert into single bond, and this carbon is bonded with the hydrogen atom, and this type of effect is called as plus E effect. So in case of negative electromeric effect, what happens? So in this effect, the pi electrons of multiple bond are transferred to that atom in which attacking reagent does not get attached. The attacking reagent does not get attached, which means so here the electrons are shifted to the same carbon atom to which the attacking reagent is attached. So but in case of negative electromeric, what happens? The electrons are shifted to that carbon atom. So to which the attacking reagent is not attached, which means the attacking reagent is for the another carbon atom and shifting of electron is for the another carbon atom. But in case of plus E effect, what happens? Attacking also takes place on the same carbon atom and shifting also takes place on the same carbon atom. So therefore, so in case of negative electromeric, what happens? That is minus E effect. So the electrons are transferred or the double bond is shifted on that carbon atom, so which is not attached with the attacking reagent, right? So we'll do some of the rough work here. So in case of electromeric effect, so there are two types of electromeric effect. One is called as a plus E effect, another one is called as a minus E effect, right? So here the carbon is double bonded, and in the influence of H plus, here H plus is called as attacking reagent. So here the shifting of this, right? So this is the product. The shifting of this double bond takes on the same carbon atom to which this hydrogen also attacks or hydrogen also attaches. So here hydrogen is attached to the second carbon. If you number this is the first carbon, second carbon. So the double bond also shifted to the second carbon, and the hydrogen is also attached to the second carbon atom. If this type of effect takes place, we'll call it as plus E effect. But in case of minus E effect, what happens? There is the same molecule, if we take Cn minus, so here the product is different, right? So here there is a bond formation of Cn, but the shifting is this double bond is shifted to the second carbon. Again, I can number here. This is the first carbon, this is the second carbon, and here cyanide is bonded to the first carbon atom. Observe here, the hydrogen is bonded to the second carbon atom, cyanide is bonded to the first carbon atom. Therefore, so here the two types of chances are there for the second carbon atom in case of plus E effect. So the attachment is also for the same carbon atom and shifting is also for the same carbon atom. But in minus E effect, what happens? The shifting is for the second carbon atom, but the attachment of the attacking reagent is on the first carbon atom. So therefore, this is called as minus E effect, right? So this is called as minus E effect, right? So one of the important note point here is when inductive effect and electromeric effect operates in the opposite direction, the electromeric effect predominates. So in the same molecule, if in the same molecule both the inductive effect as well as electromeric effect occurs simultaneously in a single molecule, if both electromeric and inductive effect occurs, then the electromeric effect will show the greater, that is, effect on the molecule. So the same thing I have explained here. Whenever the inductive effect as well as electromeric effect operates in the same direction, the electromeric effect predominates, which means the ability of attacking is more when compared to that of the inductive effect. So today we have discussed three important the effects in the molecules. First one is called as inductive effect. In that two are there. One is plus I effect and minus I effect. Second one is called as a resonance effect. In that also we have seen two, minus R effect as well as plus R effect. And the third important effect is called as electromeric effect. In that also we have seen two, that is plus E effect and minus E effect. So this is very important for the prediction of different kinds of effect in a given molecules. So please go through this video twice or thrice. So if you have any doubts, please revise or go through with the NCERTs, and if you have any doubts regarding with this, you can text me on the WhatsApp, right? So after the class, I will provide the notes also. Thanks for joining. We'll stop here and we'll continue in the next class.